I am so beyond excited to welcome my next guest to the show. This is a woman who I met in Las Vegas who literally embodies the words life at full blast. Michelle Mras, I am so excited to have you on the show and to share your story with us today. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited to dive in. I think where I want to start with our conversation today is you have had quite the life. And you've got this story of an accident that you were in. And I would really love for you to share your experience and what happened to you during that time.
Okay, well, I thought my goal and my purpose in life was to help other people have a voice. So in 2014, I was finishing up a campaign year. I used to write speeches for politicians, and I was always in the back hiding and helping everybody else in the front.
Mhm.
And I was at my computer, and being the typical woman that I was doing everything. I was the classroom mom. I was balancing the church checkbooks. I was doing all these things. I had campaigns on one screen and all the personal stuff and, all the volunteer stuff I was doing on the other screen. And I said, dear God, I need a break.
Mm.
I need a break. I'm so tired. And then my alarm went off to go pick up my kids. So I jump in my car and I'm doing things in the car and getting my kids. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to turn on music and I'm just going to enjoy my 20-minute drive before it all hits again.
Mhm.
And I was driving along, minding my business, when a little girl ran a stop sign and we T-boned.
Mhm.
I thought I was fine. I jumped out of the car. I went and checked on her. And the next thing I remember are there paramedics over me saying, ma'am, you're having a heart attack. You have to breathe. You're having a heart attack. I was out for over 40 minutes.
Mhm.
And I insisted that there was nothing wrong with me. I ended up going to the emergency room just because my husband insisted I went. They said I had like a fractured rib, and that was about it. So they gave me pain meds, sent me home. Well, 12 days later, I was at the bank trying to deposit my last paycheck from that political year. And I went to the teller and I said, I'd like to deposit this, keep 100 cash back. And she said, huh? Said in my mind, really? I'd like to deposit this check, give me 100 cash back. And she says, Michelle, you're not making any sense.
Mhm.
Not making any sense. And she says, you're doing it again. You're saying macaroni, cheese, spaghetti over and over and over again. And she looks at my daughter, she says, what's going on here? And my daughter says, yeah, she's been doing that a lot lately.
Mm.
You need to get your mom to the hospital. Something's wrong. They brought me to the hospital. The hospital said, yeah, she has a mild concussion. Put her in the dark, let her listen to soothing music, and let her sit there for a little bit. Well, a little bit turned out to be a lot of it.
Mhm.
Um, I stopped walking within those 12 days. I stopped talking. And then I only moved with assistants. So my family was taking care of me. They were washing me, feeding me, everything. And the doctor said, she has a mild concussion. Some people react strong, some people don't. She's reacting strong. She'll get over it.
Mm.
They scanned me and they didn't see anything that first day of the accident. And a year and a half later, I'm 2.5 years later, I'm in my living room. My husband just carried me to the couch and I'm pissed beyond belief because I'm fully cognizant in my head, but I can't speak, I can't move. And everyone's talking around me like I'm already gone, and I'm not.
Mm.
So I scream in my head at God. Why do you hate me so much? If you hate me so much, just kill me already. Don't let me live like this. And I heard, you're not dead yet. Get up. Now, what you don't know is um, I had been running from a God entity, whatever it is up there. I did not believe in it because it didn't believe in me. Now, you're going to say, what does that mean? When I was 18, my senior year of college, I was 18, 19. I was human trafficked. And I believe that God did not save me because he hated me.
Mm.
And when I heard those words, you're not dead yet, get up, I saw every bad thing that had ever happened in my life, every rape, every beat, everything bad.
Mm.
Something was holding me and protecting me from
Mm.
far worse. And I remember waking up with my hands in the air saying, thank you. thank you, God, for everything I've experienced. You're not trying to kill me. You're not trying to break me down. You're trying to break me into who I'm supposed to be. And I was so busy in all those 45 years of my life hiding from the real me. I was so afraid because I'm an intuitive. I can feel things, and I would feel things and I do, oh, nope, not for me. Nope, I'm out. And I would back out. But what I found now that I'm evolving is that I was feeling emotions from other people thinking they were mine.
Mm-hmm.
And realizing that I was fearful of things, thinking it was me when it really wasn't me, it was someone else. And so when I thought, I can't do that because it wasn't me, it was what I was told, what I heard when I was what all these things I just kept on. It was like armor I was building myself into, building this thing of armor. And when I heard you're not dead yet, get up, I realized I had so much armor on me that I wasn't living. I had not allowed myself to live for 40 something odd years. And I promised God that I suddenly believed in again, because you can't deny it when you hear them,
Right.
that I never lived.
Mm.
And I promised that I would live full. And here's a little tidbit. One of the things I said out loud was, take my body, give me back my brain, and I will do anything.
Mm.
Everything. Now, I'm going to just keep going, okay?
Yeah,
Because
please do.
I start talking, and my husband brings me to more and more therapy, and I start doing, I did a lot of therapy to get myself to be able to hold a spoon again, to be able to move my fingers again. I did a lot of therapy, and I signed up for a TED Talk, and I ended up doing a TEDx with a 16-second memory. After I did that, I blacked out, and then when I came back to again, I started feeling ill, and I went to the doctor and said, I think I'm dying. And they said, no, it's your brain injury playing tricks on you. And one day again, I realized I'm standing in front of the mirror and I said, am I not moving fast enough for you? I mean, God, I know I'm dying. You gave me this second chance and now I'm dying. What did I do wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Or you have cancer, get it out. Now, what I want people to know is, one, I'm hearing audible voices. Two, that doesn't mean you're not hearing them too. Now, here's the thing, is we get this gut instinct in us and we do, no, maybe not. No, I should probably not
Yeah.
hear it. And then we do, no, that's just crazy talk. No, what it is, that's the God voice. That's that other universal voice telling you, go. And when you're afraid to go, that's exactly where you're supposed to go, because fear means you don't want to fail. If you didn't care, if you didn't want to do it, you wouldn't care that you failed. So that you fear it means you must go that way. So that is how I live my life now.
Yeah.
Now, that death thing that I thought I was having, I ended up having, they discovered I had breast cancer. And not only breast cancer, it was such a rare cancer, it didn't even show up as a lump. It showed up as a whole different other thing. And so I have now gone through breast cancer and a traumatic brain injury, and I'm still missing my frontal lobe over my left ear, the back of my head, and my two hemispheres have reconnected since the accident. I have, if you watch me on social media, if you follow me, I am doing everything. I'm a I just launched a music album. I just launched a music album. I'm in sci-fi movies. I'm an author of 27 books. I ghostwrite other people's books. I'm a voice actor for children's books, and I read and narrate other people's books. I do so much. Why? Because we only have one life to live. And if you live in fear of what you might fail at, you will never move. I jump. I do everything. And if it doesn't work, then it wasn't for me. But at least I did it. If it was for me, then I just keep going. And that's why it looks like I'm doing so much. It's because I'm living the life I didn't allow the old me to live.
Yes.
And in all of that mess, I was told, you're over 50, you're menopausal, you will never drop weight. Never. Just get used to it. Oh yeah, your skin's going out. Oh yeah, you're pre-diabetic. Oh yeah, whatever. What I want to let you know is Everything in life is a choice.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, the first time on that operating table, I died on the table. I died on the table. I went to the other side, and I know it's beautiful. But I also know that we are all put on this planet for a reason. So when I was sent back, yeah, I was a little disappointed, but I have something to do on this planet, and I'm supposed to do it before I go. So I was sent back. I died on the table not because of any operation issue. It was because I was over 389 pounds. My body crushed itself when they knocked me out.
Mhm.
I have since dropped about 245 pounds.
And you look amazing.
I feel amazing. I feel better now at 55 than I ever did in my entire life.
Oh, I love your story so much. I've heard you tell bits and pieces of it over the last couple of years of knowing you, and you're just the way you've chosen to live your life. You know, you said at the very beginning of your speech here that you thought you were put on this planet to help others find their voice. And really what it was for you to find yours. Yeah.
My voice is my superpower.
Yes.
And what I always want everyone to know, though, is people do, oh, yeah, but that's her.
Mm.
No, it's you. It's you and you and you and you and you and you. We all have some special gift we bring. And it actually, I believe it evolves, because my special gift before was raise two beautiful children who are loving and caring of other people. That was my mission. And when they grew out of the house, it's to maintain that and find my voice and help other people find their voices so they can also ignite other people. Lights do not put out lights. We just set up and light other lights.
Yes. Yes. I love that so much. So, you know, brain injury, all of this stuff happens to you, and you're doing all of these things. So there's this whole terminology that I actually don't buy into, of this work-life balance thing. I don't buy into it, but I'm curious, how do you do it all without burning out?
By doing less.
Mm.
You see, I do have a brain injury. So I do get tired. I do get dizzy. And if I'm overloaded, I shut down. My brain will just stop. I'm a time blocker.
Mm-hmm.
But I time block to feed me.
Yeah.
It sounds very selfish, but it's not, because I don't fill anyone else's cup until I fill mine first. So my time block is that first couple hours in the morning. It's all mine. I don't even take a phone call till after 9 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. I'm the
I
same way.
good, because I meditate, I pray, I sing, I go to the gym, I sit in a hot tub. I mean, I do everything in the
Mm-hmm.
morning, but I start my morning like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning.
Right. Yeah.
Then 9 o'clock is when I allow the first outside voice to hit me. Now, here's the thing about it. I only work Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even do podcasts on Monday and Wednesday. Okay. I'm that strict. And what's really cool about it is people work around it.
Mm-hmm.
And when I worked in the political world, I would wake up at 5 in the morning and I'd work all day long, work till 2 in the morning, and have barely any sleep, barely ever ate. And I was gaining weight and I was miserable.
Mm-hmm.
I worked for other people because I thought they needed me.
Right.
When I had my car accident, I disappeared. No one came looking for me.
Mm-hmm.
And the world kept turning. So remember, when you think you're feeding everyone else and you're giving everything to everyone because everyone needs you, I assure you, when you get sick and you disappear for a bit, the world will keep spinning. So find out what helps your world spin for you, with you, so that you can energize so much. I am supernova because I energize so much internally feed that I come out and
That you do. That you do. When you walk into a room, the whole room lights up. And I can vouch for that because I have seen you in the room and had the pleasure of giving you a hug. And it's just, yeah, you just shine. It's beautiful.
Feed yourself first. It is not selfish.
No, it is not. So you are the author of 27 best-selling books.
Well, there's only like 13 best-selling books.
Oh, okay. Well, 27 books.
Yeah, but and the 27, I've either contributed a story to it or wrote the foreword. You know, I'm in 27 books. Yeah.
27 books.
And then I've got 5 of my own.
Just released your music album. You were off in Dubai doing a fashion show.
No, I launched my music album on a yacht in Dubai. And I sang a live concert to these group of strangers who fell in love with me. And one of them came up to me. He says, I want you in the Dubai fashion magazine.
Yes.
And I said, I'm leaving in 2 days and I don't have clothes. And he said, wear whatever you want to. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did a fashion shoot at 2 a.m. in Dubai. And 2 to 5 a.m. It was awesome.
Yeah, no kidding. Like, talk about life at full blast, right? Just unapologetic. So you only work Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Mm-hmm. And then
how do you get it all done?
That's the other part of the time blocking.
Yeah.
I made sure I know when I am on. Mm-hmm. Like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you're like, yes. I really need coffee. I don't do anything during that time.
Yeah.
But I wake up at 4 and I'm on. So I go to the gym, I do all this stuff. And while I'm at the gym, I'm writing whatever article I'm doing. I write it while I'm on the treadmill. And then I formulate it while I'm doing weights. And then I come home and I regurgitate it out. Yeah. I work very fast when I'm on. So I'm on till 1 o'clock. I do everything in the morning.
Yeah. I think that's so important, knowing when you're most productive and when you're on. Some people are on in the afternoon. It's certainly not me. I'm a morning person as well. But I think we've been trained by society to push through that off period and keep going. And we're totally losing our productivity by doing that.
I'm so productive because I know when I'm productive.
Yeah.
And I realized that I used to go to networking meetings in the morning. Mm-hmm. It would drain me to be among all those people and all those emotions and all those feelings. I would feel them all. And I would come into a networking meeting and I'd be all chipper, and then I do.
Right? Oh my God.
And then my day would be gone because I couldn't do anything else. And I went, you know what? I love all of you, but I cannot do this.
Yeah.
I'll go to your after-hour meetings. I can do whatever, but those morning meetings, they're killing my ability to be a high performer. Yes. So if you need me, I'll come in and speak. If you need me, let me know. But I'm not coming to all these meetings anymore. Yeah. And I'm done.
I love it. I love it so much. So for the average quote unquote people pleaser out there who has a hard time staying disciplined with these kinds of things, what piece of advice might you give somebody who has a tendency to fill other people's cups first? How can you get them to stay on course?
That is me. That was the old me. And so the best way to stay on course is you need to time block. And then you have to realize that the best way to serve them is to say no. Yeah. I mean, if you have your goal already set, you need to know your why in the world. Know your why, have that goal, and anything that doesn't suit that. And what you're doing is actually serving them, because if it's not for you and you're in there, all you're doing is just sucking up other people's energy.
Right? Yeah.
And in that way, someone else who really does need that space, who needs that community, will be in that space. You saying no allows other people to say yes. Ooh. That's why I let it go.
Yeah.
Because we say yes all the time, and then no one else gets to say yes.
Right?
By saying no, I allowed a lot of people to step into their yeses. And that has been the most blessed thing I've done by stepping back.
And what a gift to give to the world.
Yeah. Yeah. So instead of wearing yourself down and being miserable, say no, but yes for you all. You go do it.
Yes. 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 Or no. I love it.
And then you have to get over the whole guilt of saying no.
Right.
because the guilt is that people pleaser in us. I have found by saying no, and they hurt the first couple of times. Okay. I'm not going to lie about that.
Yeah.
It hurt a couple of times. And then I realized, but look, that quiet girl who never does anything said yes. And look at her bloom. I
Mhm.
mean, me stepping away helped her find her voice, or me not doing that, not taking that role in the officer group. Oh my gosh, that guy took that role and now he's doing. I'm so glad I stepped back.
Yeah. Yeah. Ah, I love that so much. So one of the things that you brought up earlier was this concept of fear. I mean, we all experience fear. I've never met a human being in the world who hasn't experienced fear at some point in their life. How do you break through the fear? What's your tactic for breaking through the fear?
If I fear it, I walk towards it.
Hmm.
So that's my thing.
Yes,
I'm afraid. Okay, then that's where I mean, it's my compass. I'm afraid of it. Oh, well, I guess I have to go.
that's
And I
where
went to, really? I have to go there? Okay.
the yeah.
Yeah. My compass. If I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go, I do, okay, this is just gonna, nothing meaningful is gonna happen. But
Mm,
when it's something I'm afraid of, I do, something big, amazing is gonna happen out of this. Okay, I'm going.
I
So
love.
like going to Dubai, I was afraid. There's a
Mm,
lot of tension in that side of the world, and I'm like, should I go? I'm afraid. Yes, I have to go. So I went to Dubai, afraid.
yeah.
And I smiled along my way. And I got there thinking, okay, what now?
Hmm.
And I met the most amazing people who are going to help me with my next level of my chapters, my next chapter in life. And I would have never met them if I didn't walk towards my fear.
I love that when you say, if you're not afraid, nothing amazing is going to happen. I love that.
Yeah.
It's such powerful advice. Thank you. I love
Yeah,
it.
just think, sitting in your house, you're not afraid. Everything's great in your house. But what happens in your house? Nothing.
Right? Well, it depends on whose house you're in. Lots of things happen in my house.
Okay. Okay. Nothing to progress you to the next level. Okay.
Yes, you're right. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. So, what is next on the horizon for you in your life at full blast?
Well, besides my album launch, a tour, a music tour.
Yeah.
And then right after my producer is from the Commodores. I said that, I told you, right? He's from the Commodores, and he's like, we are going on tour. I have a stage presence, and in my singing, it comes out even stronger. So we're going to do a tour, and on the next level, I want to do a one-woman show on Broadway.
Yeah, you do. Because you do have a stage presence. I had the pleasure of hearing you sing at the very end of the event in Vegas. And I was sitting with my mom and she grabbed my hand. She's like, oh my God, you definitely have that presence.
Yeah, I told everyone, you don't know it yet, but I'm either like the next level Oprah that sings, or like an Ella Fitzgerald. I don't know, but something big is coming because I'm terrified and excited at the same time.
Yep.
Something big's coming.
Ooh, I love it. I can feel that. I'm so excited for you. Oh my goodness. Michelle, thank you so much for giving us your time today and your energy and your light. I so appreciate you being here and just sharing your brilliance with us. And if you could share one piece of advice to the audience about perhaps how to move forward, what would you share with them?
It's a quote I wrote during my brain injury. I know this sounds kind of silly, but I keep it taped on my computer because I remember. I have. Change is an emotional journey. It's not rainbows and butterflies through a field of daisies. Change is uncomfortable, and it forces you to evaluate who you are. The beauty is in the possibilities. That kept me going through my brain injury when I was up and down, speaking and not walking, and all this stuff. It was not a smooth journey. I mean, I kept falling, and people kept saying, why do you keep getting up? And I said, because I can.
Oh, yes. Because
So
I
change is an emotional journey. Understand it's going to hurt. It's going to be scary. But just like a roller coaster, just hang on, keep going.
I love that. Oh, thank you so much. I so appreciate that. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's still one of the lines that I use all the time. It's not all rainbows and kittens.
Mm-mm. Kittens have claws, by the way, so.
I have two of them. Oh, I know. Thank you so much, Michelle. I so appreciate your time and your energy.
You, Cindy, for having me. I appreciate you asking me to come on.